and welcome back to another episode of our Ironfish Morning Show. I'm Karina Contra-Georges, and joining me today to share their most memorable client stories are property manager Matthew Chan and business development manager Komi Fum. Welcome guys, hope you're both well.
Yes, doing good. How about you, Karina?
Yeah, doing well, taking each day at a time.
I'm well, thanks for asking. Hope everyone are well as well.
Good to hear, good to hear. So I think we can agree, in the midst of these highly stressful times, it's so important, to spread positivity. So let's do just that. Matthew, did you want to share your most memorable client story?
Oh yes, sure, no problem. So the story, it was happened probably the end of last year, and then back then we will have our nice assistant property manager to do some routine inspection for us. And then it was a brand new settled property, and then it was the first routine for the owner to look at the property as well, because the owner is living in Sydney. So she's quite excited to see how's the first tenant going by living in her investment property. And then it turns out after the inspection, the report comes back to me, and I see the property is not quite as I was expected, because it's not about the cleanliness. It's like every walls and flooring has been covered by something. What do you mean by something? It's like the walls and the kitchen covered by some crafting boards. It's like it turns into grey, and then the carpets have the layer on top of that. So the owner was curious, why the tenants covering up the whole apartment? Is there something going on? Are they growing marijuana inside? Something like that. Maybe. And then I was like, okay, hang on. Probably I'll just go back and check it myself and see what's going on. And then I arranged a time with the tenants, going back to the property. I said, hey, why all these crafting boards on the wall? And she goes, oh, because it is a brand new property. I really don't want to damage it at all. So I bought all these crafting boards from, the BW or some crafting stores.
Wow.
And extra layers on the carpet, so all the stains will not go onto the flooring. It's like, oh, it's really kind of you. And then I even tried to just rip one of them, and then the board is totally fine because they purchased some really high quality 3M, the stickers, that the duct tape that will not going to affect to the wall and boards at all. So although it's not always ideally to do it that way, but it turns out it's really good. And then maybe 2 months time, a tenant has been transferred the lease to someone else, and the tenants just doing the same thing, but it is not planned, because the next tenant having a pet. She adopted 2 cats. So she don't want the cats to damage the property as well. So they're actually doing the same thing to protect the property. So I think this landlord is just having good fortune to have these 2 tenants while protecting her property. So everyone is happy, and the property just looking as new as just freshly settled.
Wow, that's, an extreme precaution, but obviously it's effective.
Yes, it's really effective.
Komi, how about you?
My one is quite different with Matthew. So my one is doing the first lockdown in Melbourne. So this owner is far from here. It's in Malaysia. So he got to know us from online, the Google review, and he made the online inquiry, and he said that he needs someone in good service for this special situation because the first lockdown. So I made a contact with him, and I explained all the service, what we can do for him for the beginning until the end, something like that. And he's quite happy, so he engaged with our service. So from the beginning, he's really worried about the rental. So he said he wants to cover the mortgage, everything, the OC fee, and a lot of the owner's invoices. And I try my best, and I stand together with him. I would let him to feel that I really care about you, and I made myself like the owner as well. So I will share a lot of the things that the situation, what we can do, what is our expectation, everything. I just do it for him. So I asked him to work together with me because like we need a lot of approval from him, just like brand reviews, or we need to do something special thing that like provide some different strategy to him. So he's quite happy with us, and now like he work together, we have the discussion what we can do, and he always spend the time with me over the phone and let me know what his situation is, and I do a lot of the research for him as well. So Emma, we achieve a good tenants, and we also achieve a good rent beyond his imaginations. So he's very happy. Yeah. It's because during the first lockdown, he's worried about all the situation, but he's really impressed of what we do for him. So he's really appreciate. So I think he's very happy because he say he don't really trust anyone that he never know, he never met. But I met him, feel comfortable, and he feel very happy, and he say Ironfish is the best choice. Yeah. So this is, I think, during this pandemic, for me, is a very positive thing that we work together, and we can have a discussion and end up we lease out the property together. So everyone is happy.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's great. You know, sometimes it's not always about meeting their expectations. It's also about, you know, exceeding them by going that extra mile. So well done.
Yeah.
Great to hear. Great to hear. Well, thank you both so much for your time. You know, I really appreciate you sharing those stories. To all our viewers, you know, remain optimistic and resilient because these tough times will pass. Thanks again, guys, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Next week.
See ya.
Thank you.
Take care.